What's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome to another episode of Passive Income Network. We hit you with a live stream. And as you guys join the stream, let me know if you can catch my audio, trying some new gear. And I want to make sure you can hear me clearly. So today we're about to be going in on some recent news that's been happening. As we said with the title here, Kraken gets Fed payment rails access. Now, this is something that is unprecedented. I know the XRP Army is going to definitely have something to say about that. And we'll be talking about Hedera and Algorand news as well. So as you enter the chat, make sure you say what's good. Make sure you say hello, because I haven't seen y'all in a while. And here I am. Let's get to it. Let's start off with some crypto prices. So as we look at this crypto landscape right here, we are sitting at 25 on the fear and greed index. And y'all know we're having a war in Iran. The United States and Israel has attacked Iran. There's been a lot of uncertainty in the market. And surprisingly, crypto, even at it being at some type of bottom, has been pretty good. So as y'all join the chat, let me know how you feeling about my audio. I want to make sure that my audio is correct. There we go. I think this is good now. I think this is good. Okay. There we go. I think this is good now. So here we are. So now let's check out this. So we have Bitcoin sitting currently above 70,000. In the past week, Bitcoin is up 5.68%, which is pretty good. Pretty good for, like we said, what's been happening with the global uncertainty that we get out here with crypto. With crypto supposed to be in the safe haven, Bitcoin rather, and then you got the U.S. war in Iran. Oil prices could go up, which could cause inflation in the United States. Everything could happen. We may or may not see a Fed printing, and we want the Fed to print some money so that way it can flow into the assets that we hold, if that makes sense, y'all. But here we go. Bitcoin sitting at 70,800 at the time of this live stream. Then we got Ethereum at 2,000, up 3% for the week. So the big dogs are relatively holding up pretty decent. If we go dive in a little bit deeper at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is down 7% for the month, and it is down 21% for the year. I personally think that Bitcoin is going to go lower. My numbers, as well as plenty other analysts, sees Bitcoin hitting about 55,000, slightly under 60,000. I think that will be the complete bottom. And if that does not happen, I am going to be surprised. I'll tell you that right now. Very surprised if that doesn't happen. But here we go. We have 70,000. Now let's go back. If we look at Ethereum, Ethereum is down 7% for the last year. That is a lot better than the Bitcoin situation. And it is down 8% for the month. So Bitcoin is down way more than Ethereum. Ethereum is sitting at a position that I am surprised, but 2,000, that's pretty solid. So if you dollar cost averaging in either one of those, I think you've been killing it. You definitely have been killing it. Now, then looking at the fourth largest crypto, we got BNB. Let me know in the chat if you're a fan of BNB. Binance. This coin is up 8% in the past year, doing a lot better than the top two. And then we have the 1 month performance slightly down 15%. Number 4 crypto, we have XRP. XRP Army, where y'all at? Down 43% in the last year. That's kind of crazy, especially after a run up it had with the Trump inauguration on November 5th, all the way up until January of 2025. In the last month, it is down 11%. XRP Army, y'all in the chat, let me feel. So is that a no on BNB? Are you not feeling BNB? Let me know. Is that a no on BNB? So I tell you right now, I've never traded or held BNB for whatever reason. I never have. I like CZ. Throw up the 4. So let me know if that's about BNB. Is that a no? XRP long term? Yeah, I can agree with that. XRP long term, I definitely can agree with that. The XRP army always shows up. So if you're buying the dip in XRP right now, put a yes in chat. We got XRP down 11%, almost 12% for the month, and 45% for the year. I could definitely call that a discount. So no BNB, yes XRP, makes sense to me. And then the number 5 crypto, which is really there's a big distance between the number 5 crypto and then everything else. So you got, first of all, 1.4 trillion for Bitcoin, 250 billion for Ethereum, 88 billion for Bitcoin or BNB, 85 billion for XRP. This could switch at any time. And then you got Solana at 50 billion, and then there's a big gap between Solana and Tron, and then an even larger gap between Tron and Dogecoin. And somehow Cardano is still in the top 10 with Bitcoin Cash. So the big dogs, we stop right here at Solana. Now, if we look at Solana on the 1-year chart, Solana is down 39%. Let me know in the chat if you are a fan of Solana, okay? If you are a fan of Solana. And then for the 1-month chart, it is down 11%. So out of those top 5, we got Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, and Solana. Which one do you think performs the best this year? And I'll tell you right now, I'm looking at Bitcoin because of the institutional adoption. I'm looking at Bitcoin because of the historical significance. Okay. And now we're about to go over here and talk about some altcoins. I want to talk to y'all about altcoin action. And to start that off, we're going to hit you with the macro. First of all, before the altcoins, we're going to hit you with some macro. And I thought this one was interesting because essentially the whole ethos of crypto, is to be decentralized. It is to escape the system, right? That's why we're all on it. That's why we was on it from the beginning. Obviously, we want to make money, but we wanted to escape the system. And this development here, which is reported by Eleanor Terrett, has been interesting. So let's check it out. Here we go. New, just in, Kraken, the US's second largest crypto exchange, has just done something no other crypto firm has done before: secured coveyed access to the Federal Reserve. Access to the Federal Reserve. According to a report by the Wall Street Journal released this morning, the exchange's banking arm, Kraken Financial, has been approved for a Federal Reserve master account by the Kansas City Fed, marking the first time a crypto-native company has gained direct, albeit limited, access to the Fed's payments system. The approval comes 5.5 years after Kraken filed its application with the Kansas City Fed in 2020. The account gives Kraken a direct line into the Fed's payment rails, but no access to the Federal Reserve's lending facilities. Under the limited purpose or skinny master account framework floated by Fed Governor Christopher Waller, the firm can hold reserves and settle with central bank money, and it cannot lend across or access the Fed's discount window or operate as a traditional commercial bank. So this is the main part. The firm can hold reserves and settle in central bank money. Okay, hold and settle. Governor Waller seeks to finalize a skinny master account proposal by the end of the year. The Kraken approval, sources tell me, it is designed as a pilot program to trail the skinny master account concept. The skinny master account is in line with payments only accounts provided by the Fed, the United States, United Kingdom, the European Union, and Switzerland. Okay. So if y'all caught that right there, Kraken has got access to the Fed's payment rails. So this is totally different from what we all thought. This is a good insight here. Narrative will roll all over crypto over the next few years. 100% agree. So seeing the Fed being okay with working with Kraken, which probably have Coinbase come next, XRP, right? Payment rails. We all thought crypto was not going to do that. We thought this financial system was going to get absorbed and go to blockchain, go to crypto. But what we're seeing right now is the reverse. Blockchain is being absorbed into the traditional system. And what does that mean? Here's what it means. It means more KYC, more government control, more watching of our money, but using a technology that can do surveillance even better. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. So I'll say this is good reporting, but it is interesting. It took 5 years to happen in this pilot program where Kraken gets access. So let's continue the rest of this. The decision marks a historic shift for an industry-long shutout of the traditional banking system and signals a softer tone at the Fed, which critics have previously described as hostile to crypto under the prior administration. The decision also implied recognizes that the Fed believes Kraken has sufficient anti-money laundering, you hear that? Anti-money laundering and sanctions compliance practices to curb illicit finance risk, and that Wyoming's regulatory framework for special purposes depository institutions is in line with federal banking standards. Anti-money laundering, sanctions, all of that stuff is government oversight. It's not the original thesis of peer-to-peer. It's KYC. It's knowing your customer. It is traceable, trackable. That's what's really going on here. Very interesting. And as we finish this last part out, y'all definitely let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. This could kick off a surge of Fed master account applications from other crypto firms. On the horizon, Wyoming's custodial bank, which has been chasing access nearly as long as Kraken and has been engaged in litigation against the Fed since 2022. Anchorage, an OCC regulated trust bank, and Ripple XRP US banking partner, has also applied for master accounts. More to come. Hey bro, what's good? I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I wanted to hit y'all with some bangers. Been busy in the personal life, getting some things together, and we not sleeping on Algorand. That's for sure. We is not sleeping on Algorand. But y'all definitely let me know what you're thinking about this Fed decision, because this has changed everything. The idea that computer network money was ever not going to be watched by a big brother is childish. You know what? I agree with you. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that comment right there. So happy to see you back, bro. Salute. We back though. We about to go ham too, because I want to let y'all let me know. Are y'all more feeling the live stream format right now, or videos? Let me know. Video uploads or live streams, because I feel that one of the two is going to be best for me moving on in the future. And I like the interactions. It's harder to really chat with y'all on the video, but it allows me to upload anytime. So y'all let me know in the chat, live stream or video uploads. Let me know, because either way I'm going in. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Now let's get to some altcoin action right here. I made a short about this one recently. So this one I'm gonna play to y'all. I already kind of covered this on the short, but
can you tell us?
Let's go through with it. Here we go. And in the chat, let me know, live stream or video.
A little bit about the board that you brought in and why.
So we are doing three things together. We're moving to the United States, as you've said. We're focusing on financial empowerment and all of the different aspects of that. And we wanted a board that could reflect our ambitions in the United States, as well as the expertise that we were going to need in the finance and financial empowerment area. So we have formal regulators, we have policymakers, we have the president of a payments company for 2 decades. He was the CEO of a payments company. So we're trying to make sure that we can kind of crowdsource in this expertise that we need on the board.
And Stacey, I've got to tell you, I mean, these are names that I've recognized for quite some time that have joined the board. Are they going to help steer Algorand and its community in the right direction. I know the community is something you guys care quite a lot about.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we have some real crypto OGs on the board too. So Bill Barheit is our board chair. He has been in crypto since the very beginning. He understands what it takes to bring developers in particular into your ecosystem and to pay attention to them. He understands what is needed out of a layer one and the growth potential for a layer one. We have Rebecca Rettig, who is part of the Solana MEV ecosystem. She can help us think about that and how we might try to construct markets around that. So we have a good mix of crypto smart, crypto native with more traditional finance native.
Okay, I like what she said there. Essentially, she's like, the board has been built out. We got bankers, we got people from Solana, which is bigger industries. We got people that are going to be more active with spreading Algorand, with putting Algorand's technology above anything on the map, because that's what Algorand does best, is its technology. So Algorand is looking real good here. And I like that Stacy don't care about the critics. She don't care about the trolls. She continues to grind for the Algorand Foundation. If the Algorand Foundation succeeds, we know price action happens after that. And that's what we all want. So let's get to this real quick. True, if anything, the government starting to watch digital money is an evidence that mass adoption around the corner. They want to monitor and certainly a piece of it. Yeah. You got the Palantirs, you got the Claudes, you got the ChatGPTs, you got the blockchain technology. I just say, man, y'all be on your best behavior. Make sure you do the right things. That's all you can do. So this is in regards to live stream versus video uploads. Keep the mix. Okay, keep the mix. Live stream for sure. We get to ask you questions, interact with you, fam. Most definitely. I appreciate that. Ledgers are the new investment firms. Yeah, ledgers fused with AI. I agree. Construction of markets, 100%. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I appreciate that. So when it comes to Algorand, I do generally, I like what Stacy said here. And then we got another clip for y'all, because this one is directly in line with what she just spoke about. And you can see that they are currently making moves as we speak. So this one here, this is during multi-chain day, head of developer relations explained why we should be so excited about the AI agentic economy on the Algorand blockchain, from the X204 integration to native TypeScript. The age of AI on Algorand is here. So check this out. And again, if y'all don't know, Algorand has been integrated with Google's agentic platform. I believe the only blockchain as well. This is major news. So if you've been doing any AI research, you know, this is the future, and you mix it with the other new technology, blockchain. That's where we at. So let's check this clip out and we'll talk about it.
Now you have the combination of the ability for agents to transact on chain, but also build their own applications on chain. So at Algorand, we're really excited about the agentic economy for two reasons. So recently we got our Algorand flavor of the X402 toolset merged into that repo, and the ability to settle transactions instantly through agentic commerce is really powerful. The other thing that we've done that we haven't talked as much about perhaps is at the end of last year, we brought Algorand TypeScript to 1.0. So you can write smart contracts in real semantically correct TypeScript. And in the last 6 months, this has become, in hindsight, a brilliant decision, because TypeScript has become the language of AI, as it turns out. And so now you have the combination of the ability for agents to transact on chain, but also build their own applications on chain. And just in the past few weeks, seeing what some agent skills can unlock for Claude Code, let's say, to build decentralized apps on chain, with off-chain components and beautiful UI and everything, like one-shotting these applications is absolutely incredible. So we're really excited to see not just the transactions on chain, but also all sorts of novel applications being built in ways that we may never have anticipated.
I like what he said there. So he broke down the new TypeScript format. I mentioned AI or Claude Code, ChatGPT, especially Claude Code, right? That helps developers do security, write code, develop faster and more securely and better. So then if you plug that in with an Algorand blockchain with the Google Agentic X402, you got traction, baby. You got traction. So that's what we're seeing right here. And this comment here talks about it. Fam, I'm both an investor in XRP and Algorand, among others, but I can't see XRP getting chosen over Algorand for back-end settlement in money markets. I mean, ALGO is cheaper, faster, and more efficient. That's 100% facts. With instant finality and with a higher transactions per second, why would NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange go for anything but Algorand? Agree, because they talk about Ethereum, but Algorand has already proven a 10,000 transaction block. No other blockchains that I know about, only y'all let me know, has done that. And that's a game changer right there. Think ALGO is more for AI payment where XRP is for liquidity movement. That could be true. XRP does have the Brazil and Portugal liquidity movements in the background, working with the UAE and whatnot. There's room for both, for sure. But agentic payment, ordering your airline flights or buying something for you on Amazon or running smart contracts in the background, Algorand makes way more sense. And it is cheap and it's built for this type of thing. And then, yes, with XRP, I think the only difference right now is that XRP's business development is at a higher level right now. And referring back to what Stacy was talking about on stage about her new board, it's smart to get a new board because that board can help with the business development. If Algorand had Ripple's or XRP's business development, Algorand will be up there with XRP in terms of market cap. And that's the big difference right now. But I want to give a shout out to them for making those upgrades. Exactly. It is also the highest uptime in decentralization. That's a big fact. Now, so this is relevant right here. This is relevant to that conversation. So here we go. Ethereum straw map. Check my time real quick. I got a few minutes, y'all. Ethereum straw map shows where the industry is heading. Algorand already delivers many of those North Stars today. High throughput at scale. 15,000 transactions per second demonstrated. Exactly what we were talking about. 15,000 demonstrated. Algorand already delivers many of those North Stars today. High throughput at scale, 15K demonstrated. Fast UX, instant finality with no forks. Post-quantum readiness with quantum secure chain history, accounts, and transactions. Advanced cryptography included state proofs and ZK support. Excuse me. The future isn't theoretical, it's live. I gotta sip my lemon water. Okay, again, so what this is talking about here is the 15,000 that I mentioned. I said 10, but it did 15 a few months ago. Quantum proof, so you got all these quantum computers like Willow coming, you got a whole bunch of different companies, right? They're doing it. And Algorand's already made a quantum transaction, quantum proof, proving that again. So it's already ahead of the curve in terms of technology. Then when you look at advanced cryptography, when you look at the user interfaces, instant finality, this is exactly where you want to be if you are a builder. And that is also another reason why Google is rocking with them. Now, I want to show y'all this too, talk more about the agentic stuff here. This is a post made recently.
Meanwhile,
it was on the roadmap, now it's live. Algorand now fully supports X402 protocol as highlighted by Coinbearer.
one of the more recent additions to the list is Algorand, which in mid-February added full support of the X402 protocol on mainnet. This comes after the Algorand Foundation added X402 to Algorand's development roadmap back in August last year. Meanwhile, one of the more recent additions to the list is Algorand, which in mid-February added full support of the X402.
Full support of the X402. Can't wait to see a TAO agent that take ALGO and XRP payments. I believe that's happening. I can see that happening for sure. Definitely see that happening. But yeah, here we go. So it's live. So that means in the next coming months, we should see developers integrating this. Oh, shoot. Let me get that right. Developers integrating this, developers putting Algorand in a position with a new app, something cool. X402 protocol. Never heard of that. Would you kindly elaborate, fam? Yes, definitely. So watch this. Coinbase X402. Here we go. So this is it right here. And this is why it's important. Yeah, like I said, ALGO will be fire. X402 agents pay each other. Yeah. So essentially, this is it right here. A new standard for internet native payments. So essentially, too long didn't read. This is why I wanted to show you. Coinbase is launching X402, a payment protocol that enables instant stablecoin payments directly over HTTP. It allows APIs, apps, and AI agents to transact seamlessly, unlocking a faster, automated internet economy. So the example given is that you can have an AI agent, you can order it to, hey, order some flights for me. I'm about to go take a trip overseas. That agent can then organize that trip and then send the payment to another agent that initiates that flight for you. So agents could do that. It can go shopping for you. If you got an agent want to do something with another agent that is managing a payment infrastructure on the other end, they can talk to each other. You give the command, the agent finds what you want and sends that payment to the other agent that's collecting it. That's all in the background. That's pretty cool, right? That's the future. So we're going to see a lot more of that. And then Algorand is one of the payment infrastructures in the background. Like I said, from my knowledge, the only crypto one that Google is working with. Let's go check that out. And that's the game changer right here. Google Algorand X402. Let me go make sure we double check. I want to show you all the posts right here. Let's see. Do we got the post? I had the post somewhere. Let's see. Give me a second. Google X402 Algorand. Because yeah, they put it on there. Google Cloud. But yeah, very, very interesting. And I think this is definitely a game changer. And I think because of Mark, rather. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Contributing. There's a lot of people contributing to this. And I'm trying to find the post. And this was big. I remember I posted it somewhere. But you know what? Right now, I'm not going to look for it. We'll double down on another video. And then what I'm going to do is dive even deeper on that whole thing on another video. But essentially, yes, X402 is how agents pay each other. Paywall, yes. Thanks. Yep. I wonder if Tinyman is X402 compliant. I believe it's the blockchain. So, from my understanding, it's about who integrates what. All right. So that's what I got for y'all for Algorand, and I definitely think that's some important stuff there. And then the next one I wanted to talk to you about. This is for the Hedera people here that really like Hedera. Just a few things before we close this one out. Hedera is built to connect. This post right here. Hedera is built to connect. Hold on, let me finish this. Tinyman is not X402 compliant. It has its own thing going. Okay. We'll dive in deeper on that one. So Hedera. With Chainlink integrated on Hedera, developers gain secure access to real-world data, cross-chain interoperability, and on-chain reserve verification. Chainlink's data feeds, CCIP, and proof of reserve help power DeFi, tokenized assets, and enterprise-grade applications. So why I'm covering this is because Chainlink is like definitely in the middle of a lot of developments going on with the government, on-chain data. They got gross domestic product. Government data is on Stellar's blockchain, Stellar Lumens, via the Chainlink protocol. Chainlink is proof of reserves, a whole list of things. Again, that I'll go much deeper in on another live. But Chainlink is sitting at the middle of integration. And Hedera has now just integrated Chainlink, which I think is a very smart move. Now, the final one right here, I want to show y'all about Hedera before we close out. Hedera just released a scheduled smart contract service, allowing contracts to invoke themselves natively. As AI agents take over platforms like Maltbook, Hedera is building the autonomous settlement rails for the agent economy. So Hedera is also trying to
I mentioned this
in the position like Algorand. Each one of them is doing this. I hate buying Chainlink. It's like taking vitamins. Facts. I was looking at the chart of Chainlink, and it was like 2021. I had a screenshot. It was like $26. Right now it's like $9. But fundamentally, it's better than ever. That's a great. It's definitely like buying vitamins. All right, so check this
on
one
the
out.
stage earlier, but we've just released a scheduled smart contract service, which basically means you can do on-chain cron jobs, fully on-chain, no sort of third-party software, where you can have smart contracts that actually invoke themselves and schedule themselves. So you could do things like, I don't know, you could do like a DCA fully on-chain, buy this token once every month, or stuff which is more complex. And then I think something which I'm really interested in is the agentic society. So we've sort of seen with OpenClaw have just come out. Some people were building applications on top of OpenClaw like Maltbook, Malt Roads, all of these apps were actually the target audience of these autonomous agents. At the moment, it's still very degen-y, it's still very, hackery. But I think as we see sort of this ecosystem evolve and how we can new sort of business models that arise from serving and catering to an agent-first audience, that seems quite interesting. I think blockchain for payments would be very important for that.
You hear that? Again, another blockchain focused on agentic payments. Everything is AI fused with blockchain and crypto, payment rails, bullish, y'all. So that's what I got for y'all today. We talked about the breaking news of Kraken getting Fed payment rail access, which is going to lead to a lot more applications in the future. Hedera and Algorand news mostly focus on the agentic commerce. Okay, so y'all, that's what I got for you. And leave me some comments in the chat what you want me to cover on the next live stream. We will be back tomorrow. And again, we're going to dive in for sure deeper on Chainlink, what they got doing as a centerpiece, and we'll dive in deeper on the X402 protocol. I'll do a deep dive live stream so we can get this information out to the Algorand community and the broader world. But again, in the comments in this chat or on when it's a video post, let me know how deep y'all want me to go, because we about to be going in. C-Will's back after a few weeks break. And again, on the live streams, it looks like the consensus is mostly live streams with a few videos. So that's what we're going to do. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. And again, always to the next time. Y'all stay blessed. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Passive income. Gold in my dental. Thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals. Told my girl it was simple.